shit.
Hello folks, and welcome to Dusty Tracks BC. We are here in Butter Salon with Bella and Drea. Drea is the owner and founder and the heart behind Butter. And she's agreed to talk to us today about why Butter exists, why she loves it, and who this cutie pie is.
Thank you for having me.
This
is
man.
So awesome.
Thank you for having us in your salon.
No problem.
I have to start by saying, I'm not sure if they can see it on camera, but I just love the clouds. The clouds.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun owning a salon or a business in any kind of way because you get to just make up cool ideas and you're the boss, so people have to do what you say. Kind of, you come in, you're like, we're making clouds. And they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, guess what? It's gonna be fun. And then you just end up doing these random crafts and it's great.
You made these yourself?
Yeah, well, me and
better.
my employees, yes. They're just like, what are we doing today? Actual work or Mr. Dress Up? So, yeah.
I hope for Mr. Dress Up many a days.
Me too.
Will you start by telling me a little bit about what Butter Salon is?
Yeah, it is a sustainable salon. We have been open for about 10 years now, and we specialize in hair color and cutting. We've got different stylists that do different things. We bring on everyone from juniors to senior stylists and anything in between, and we do a lot of education.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
What was kind of the impetus behind starting Butter? Why start your own salon?
Well, yeah, good question.
Bella.
I had been in the industry for quite some time, and I was excited to create something that was more sustainable. I feel like in this industry, there's a lot of waste, and there's, about the time I opened Butter, there was some cool companies opening up that you could partner with, like Green Circle Salon, which we'll talk about a little bit later, which help your salon be more sustainable. And so that was one reason to open it. And the other is just to kind of connect with other artists out there and make a communal space for everyone to work in. We wanted to have that community-based environment where it's inclusive and anyone can feel welcome to come in the door, anyone can feel welcome to work. We've got your back, we'll help you get education, we'll send you places for education, we'll bring education in. So education, sustainability, and community were kind of our three pillars of starting, and then partnering with really cool brands that had the same kind of ethos in mind.
That's amazing. And what have you loved about running Butter?
Man, not what I thought I would love. I was really, my biggest fear for opening a salon was management, because I just didn't feel as though, I just thought that would be like the biggest challenge, because I didn't like conflict. I don't want to tell people what to do, and it was really nerve-wracking to take on employees and then have to be a leader. But that has actually turned out to be my most favorite part, I would say now. I think that I enjoy that mutual mentorship, so I can lead, and then by teaching, go down there, good girl, bye Bella. Anyways, by mentoring and teaching, I learn so much from my employees. Like, it is worth its weight in gold. They are so brilliant and wonderful, and we have the best team, so it's been really neat to be involved.
Yeah, it seems like you've really cultivated a group of people that you want to be working with and want to see every day.
Yeah, I love them all. They're all so great. And there's been many that have come and gone, and it's just such a family vibe and really unique. Or for me, it's not like anything I've ever experienced at jobs. It's really, really fun in that aspect. I think, yeah, I feel like I didn't create that though. I feel like everyone who has come into it with us has been part of that, and has been the reason we are the way we are is, because the people that we partner with in the salon and elsewhere.
That's good to hear. It sounds a lot like that mutual mentorship you're talking about.
Yeah.
You put in a bit, they bring a lot,
Yeah.
you bring a lot. That's really, really good to hear.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really fun.
How many staff do you have? I got excited with my question, and then I was
yeah.
like, oh wait, you have
Yeah,
more
no
things to say.
worries, all good.
How many staff do you have working right now? How many stylists usually?
Oh my gosh, I really should know this answer. I think there's about 12 people that work here. So we've got 2 estheticians that do facials, and we've got about 9-ish stylists now, 10 including me, and then Mallory, our front end coordinator, fixer of all life and everything. She's amazing. Everyone is amazing, but holy man, she just really holds it together. She's great.
Yeah, originally when we asked to interview you, were like, yes, but I'm bringing Mallory.
I know. It's like, can she come? I know. She's so incredible. She's been here for a year now, and it's been great. Yeah, everyone's great. I think pre-COVID, we might have had around 15 or so employees, and then it's gone. It's not that it's gone down, but we just have like people who've had babies and life shifts, and so like some people are working more hours and some people are working less, and some people have retired from hair and like moved on to different things, and yeah, each one of them has like had a pretty big impact on us, and it's been great to be part of any of their lives, so it's fun.
And it's remarkable to hear too, like how different all of their hours are. How do you go about working with your staff? Do you have a specific way that you do it, or
picking hours, or just with staff?
Just like it doesn't sound, with all the different hours, it doesn't sound typical for a business. So do you have a certain way that you want to work with your staff and that you want to collaborate with them?
Kind of goes back to the beginning of why I opened Butter. I just felt that it's important to, I don't know, like find what works for people and support them. So like, there's no point in me forcing someone to work a set schedule that doesn't work for them, because you know, you might have kids or other life things going on, and it just doesn't work to be in the 9 to 5. So I'm a firm believer in whatever works for you works for us, and so that's how we designed our scheduling and how we found our people. It's like it's not for everyone. It's a lot of hands off, and there's no like micromanaging. It's more just collaborating with people, and if it works for them, then it's awesome. And we just like figure it out and work around it and find spots for them, and which actually is great because we have a lot of moms who work here, and it's like their kids need pickup from school around 2, so they work like morning shifts or weekends or nights, even like whatever works for them.
That's really cool, especially in this day and age when everyone has a dozen different commitments and like trying to figure out how to manage your hours in a job, and that it's remarkable to find an employer that's like more dedicated to the people than to the bottom line.
Thanks. Yeah, also it's because I like to work those hours also, and it's like I can't be a leader and be like, everyone needs to work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and also Saturdays. But I'm gonna go to Europe for a month. So like, I want everyone to go on vacations a lot because I like to go on vacations a lot, and I feel like we get to share in that joy of traveling or life experiences, and just, yeah, it's just kind of fun to be more free with that.
Yeah, leading by example and actually having fun with how you spend your days. It sounds positive.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll try. That's what we go for.
That's cool.
Thanks.
How have you seen Butter change over the years? 10 years of running a business. How has it changed?
Wow. I haven't thought about that really, but I feel like a big time. Like it's changed immensely in a lot of ways. Like we've grown really quickly. I originally was like, I'm just gonna open this little tiny salon and be sustainable, and then all of a sudden people are coming out of the woodworks and wanting to come and join, and I was like, I don't know how to manage. Now I have to learn how to manage. So that was the first step, and it happened pretty quick. So we were just this half first when I first opened for 3 years, and then we expanded to the second half and blasted that hole through the wall, and yeah, and we're definitely bursting at the seams. Like, if you haven't looked around, it's every spot has been used very efficiently. So we've grown in size, and I think we've grown a lot in education as well. I feel like everybody here they have such a passion for what they do, and they love their clients, and part of growing in any job is to learn more and be, you know,
Absolutely.
And for us that means a lot of time to travel. So we've done a couple trips here and there. We've gone to Italy before. We've gone to LA for training. We've brought training in here. Every year we bring training in. We do in-salon training like between each other as well. So
oh wow,
yeah, it's really cool it's inspiring to do that.
Yeah, tell me more about that. Is that like specific courses that everyone takes together, or is it based off what your employees want?
It's a mixed bag of everything. Like we've done sustainability courses before, which I'm super nerd about. I just love finding ways to better what we do every day. And I also, there's a lot of like cutting classes, the geometry of cutting and how we fit the mathematics into our profession and like really perfect the basics and then learn the more exciting things after, how to learn the rules so well and then learn how to break them after. Yes. And then color, of course, is a huge one. We do a lot of color. So everybody here is very passionate about education, and anything that we get up here, it's also, we're very remote, so getting education up here is so exciting. And everyone who comes up here to teach is we're like, welcome into our family. What do you want to do today? Want to go on a hike after the thing? Like, what should we, tour guide you around and feed you all the food? And yeah, so it's really fun.
That sounds so cool. You make me want to work at your salon. Like,
You want a job?
You don't want me touching your client's hair.
Your hair looks pretty sweet.
Yes, this is all professionals that are not me.
Oh,
and my little sister braiding my hair.
Oh, I love it. Well, it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Stunning.
I will say, while we're on the topic of our hair, the curls you did today in such quick seconds, looking so good.
Thanks.
I'd be remiss to not mention that.
Thank you. Well, I mean, yeah, it's sweet to have the tools, and like I've done it a billion times actually, so it's like I could do it in my sleep. And I love that people are impressed by it, because it's like you forget that those things are impressive, I guess.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was like watching you felt like a masterclass in why being a professional is important, like what the difference is.
Oh, amazing.
It's like me sitting and curling my hair is like, it turns out all right. Not like yours, but it turns out all right. I'll go out in public.
It's great.
But it takes like 45 minutes.
Oh man.
Whereas you were like, boop, 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 ta-da, and you're like, you could walk around right now. There's
wow.
a difference between professional and amateur.
I'm now remembering when I was young and being like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
And it would be an hour, because
Yes.
my hair is so long, and it would take I don't know what's changed actually, to be honest.
Practice,
Maybe.
Professionalism.
Yes, that.
Those very
100%.
distinct things you have built over decades.
You forget all about them, honestly. The big one for that actually is scalp massages. Every client gets a scalp massage here, and it's like part of the treatment, and it's like you just don't remember how that's important. And because we're stylists ourselves, it's like, do we ever get our own hair done? And then we do, and it's like, oh my goodness, like what happened to my head? What planet am I transported to? I don't know what happened, like where I am now. Like you forget a lot of that, so we're deprived.
From a complete amateur, fully impressed. I might now have to fly to Terrace to do my hair, but that's a whole different story.
We welcome.
So all the different like education, why is that important to you? Why not just you already have a talented staff, why not just keep it there? Why continue the education?
That's a really good question. There's so many reasons. For one, it's so inspirational, because again, what we just said, where you forget that the things that you do, I don't know, you just you don't think they're that special, but when you have education, you sit in these classes with these amazing, brilliant people, and everyone that you're in the class with is amazing, and the educators are just so wonderful, and you just connect with them, and they inspire you. And I think for a trade as well, you want to always further your career. You want to always be better and striving to learn more, and there's so many trends and things changing, and technologies with even the color lines, it's endless. So if you're not keeping up on it, I feel like you could totally just do that too. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think everyone that we have working for us really appreciates that excitement and the learning, and we're just nerds, really, honestly. We're just a bunch of nerds.
I mean, I feel like that's always the goal when you go to professional. It's like you want to go to the people that are nerdy about it.
Yeah, totally. And be less overwhelming though, because Mallory, she's always like, Drea, stop, at the front, because I'm always just like, information overload, this product and the plant from the garden she's like, stop, they don't care, does it work, cool, so there's like a balance to it.
That's fair. I've definitely had to learn that level of talking to people about film when they're like, oh, we want to do this thing, and I'm like, we will do it, and then they get all of the information, and then I watch their eyes glaze over, and I'm like, right,
I'll reel it in.
There's a level of client talk that you have to learn, where you're like, all of the information, but in a digestible way.
Yes, totally. Don't. If somebody's like, I'm excited too, and you're like, oh my God. Well, guess what? I have so much things to tell you, and they're just,
I've been building the
yes,
excitement.
I am ready. I've been born for this moment. So yeah, you got to balance that a little bit, but for sure, it is. You do want to go to the professional who, is excited about their job and a nerd.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm always excited to hear other people's nerdy passions. I mean, that's honestly the entire basis of our show.
Yes.
Like, I get to hear what people are nerdy about. And
Nerding out on,
it's my favorite thing.
That's so cool. That would be so fun.
We're having a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, to just, to meet all the nerds who love their jobs and to talk about it with them. Wow, that'd be really cool.
We've met bike nerds. Now we're meeting a hair nerd. We're like, it's all over. Talking of things you're nerdy about, tell me about sustainability in your salon. You said it was a sustainable salon. What's that mean?
Oh man, well, we get to partner with Green Circle Salons, and they are out of Vancouver. They're so amazing. I feel like they were somewhat new when we first opened, so like 10 years ago. They're probably like 15 years old as a business, maybe longer, maybe shorter, I'm not sure. But they were just phenomenal to partner with because they take care of all of the waste for us. So traditionally in salons, there's a lot of waste that can't be recycled because it's covered in chemicals. So foil is a huge one. It's infinitely recyclable on its own, but when it's covered in hair, bleach, or color, it goes into the garbage and the landfill, unfortunately. And so it's kind of a shame, right? Because it's a lot. I can't remember. I wish I had the numbers on me right now, but I can't. There's like pounds and pounds and pounds of foil that we go through in a week, on a weekly basis. So that foil is taken to a recycling facility in Vancouver, and they remove all the chemicals from it, and they're able to melt down that aluminum and use it again. The hair gets recycled into hair booms for collecting oil from oil spills, or built into combs, like hair combs, or little garbage, like plastic-like items, I guess. And the chemical sludge.
Tell me about this chemical sludge.
I'm going to show you. Okay, so
show me.
This, I don't know how, maybe this is like a couple weeks. So, no, more than that.
Bella, not for you.
This is not for you. This is gross.
No more snappies.
This is what would typically go down the sink into our waterways and our systems. And it's not really biodegradable, and it is ammonia and peroxide and many other chemicals. And this is just the leftover that comes out of the bowls that we scrape into this each time. So it stops it from going down the sink, clogging the sink, being in the waterways, and it's just awesome. And what do they do with this? They put this into a centrifuge and then kind of spin the water out of it, and then they take the leftovers and burn it, and it becomes pot ash for roads and whatnot. So literally every single thing there's 95% of our waste that gets recycled, which is really neat. And the rest is like basically food compost. And so that we deal with ourselves. Yeah, I think there's one garbage here, and it's like this big, and it gets emptied every 3 weeks.
Wow.
So that's like a huge part. And then the other part is that we partner with nothing but sustainable companies. When I first started, I read this book called Let My People Go Surfing. It's by the owner of Patagonia, and it resonated with me, just everything about it. How he manages his company and how he treats his people is very much how I modeled Butter after. Like, I just thought it was so special. Just how we were speaking earlier about inviting in professionals and letting them do what they're good at and not micromanaging it, and just allowing them to be amazing and supporting them. And then it's just a give-take relationship. Yeah, it's lovely. Bella?
I think that's such a good sign when you're hiring people you can trust to do their job well, and that you as a leader have the capacity to like step back and be like, yes, I know you will do your job.
Yeah.
It's because it really goes two ways. Like, you need the good people that are worthwhile to trust, and you need the ability to like step back and be like, no, I know they can do it.
Yeah. No, yeah, totally. And it's so neat. It's just a big learning. It's all about learning. I learn every day. It's really cool.
That's really good to hear. A lot of people, 15, 20 years into their career, are not good at learning anymore.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
I feel like I think it'd be boring for me personally if I wasn't learning every day. I feel like it's really helpful to keep you engaged and excited and to come up with new ideas.
I get that.
Yeah.
I picked a career that's pure chaos for that exact reason.
Amazing.
Yeah. Will you tell me more? What are those kind of main tenets that you feel have come out of like the learning from Patagonia and just over the years that you've developed, the main tenets of like working with your staff and how you want to run your business?
Sorry, the main tenants. Yes.
Yeah, like the main ideas.
Yeah. I would say, we really, it's honestly evolving all the time, but I just really care and want to hit home that community vibe. And for me, it was a lot to do with personal choices as well. Like I would call myself maybe a little bit of an environmentalist at times, and I would, go to rallies and be like, rah, rah, environment, and then people would be like, what are you doing in your own life? I'd be like, they'd be like, you drive a car? And I'm like, oh my God, I do drive a car. So now I can be like, I own a sustainable salon, and that's like really cool to be a part of, and that opens up lots of doors and connections to, again, the companies that we partner with. So they're like, I'm a nerd, but they're super nerds. Like Dev and S is insane. They're amazing. Everything they do is so inspiring, and all the companies that we partner with, that we've got like a couple of jewelry companies and skincare companies and a couple companies out of Vancouver, and they're just all like-minded, and yeah.
That's so cool. How do you go about picking the different things that go in your salon and finding them?
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of time spent just searching, and a lot of it has to do with, it has to work. Obviously, the products that we're selling have to be something that people want. They have to perform, whether it's like hair care, skincare, or just home stuff. Like we've got candles. Like we're a hair salon, we sell candles from Denmark. Like, what is that? But it's amazing, and it's because each item has a bit of a story behind it, and it's like aesthetically pleasing, and it's so fun. It's all things I want also. So I don't know, and it just seems to be a hit with a lot of the people. And I think when we first started, I was really nervous. I was met with like a lot of nerves because people didn't understand the idea of opening a sustainable salon. They were just like, well, I don't know if that'll go in Terrace, or I don't know if these products are what people will want. And it was neat to bring them in and believe in them and believe in sustainability and that whole story, and then bring in stylists that have the same sort of mind frame, and to see that be contagious in the community and have people also be like, I like that, that's cool. And yeah, so everything we bring in kind of aligns with that. And picking it is just, some of it's by fluke, it just shows up and your Instagram, you're like, that's amazing. And then it's like you're searching for that jewelry company that has got all the things. And yeah.
Do you remember the story behind the candles?
Story behind the candles?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Well, they're so beautiful, first of all. And oh my God, this could be long, but I'm gonna try to make it short. Do you guys know what hygge is?
Hygge?
Hygge, yeah. Okay, cozy, everything cozy. It's a Danish word for, it's really hard to explain actually because it doesn't translate to English. It's like one word that embodies a feeling, and I feel like that is something we really strive for here in the shop. It's like we want that feeling to like surround us all the time. It can be winter hygge, that's like the most common one. It's about being cozy and warm lighting and clouds in your house, I don't know, candles everywhere. And so for us, that's really important. And those candles are from Denmark, and they're from, I'm not going to pronounce this right, but I think it's called Silkeborg, and it's the town my mother-in-law is from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so it was really, I've always liked them and been gravitating towards them, and I think I spend a lot more money on candles than most people, and I think I mainly brought these in to suffice my own candle habit. So yeah, there's many reasons, but that was a big one. My husband's legit, like he's Drea, do you just have these here basically for you to buy? Because every week I come home and I burn them, all the way down. And it's funny because people think they're so beautiful and they buy them and they're like, I still have mine from last Christmas. I'm like, what? I burned, mine are gone from yesterday. So good for you. But yeah, it's a company called Esther and Eric, and yeah, sorry, you're still laughing about that. The people who run it have run it for like years and years and years, and it's a husband and wife, and they're just amazing. So, yeah.
That is so much more of a story than I hoped for.
Oh, good.
That's amazing.
It could have been longer. I could have gone on about Hugo a lot, but I won't. Also, you look it up, everyone, if you don't know what it is. And there's a book. Go read it. It's amazing. Life-changing.
More books to read. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We talked with someone else about this idea of aligning kind of your internal intention and then what you put out into the world, your external intention almost. And I do feel like everything in your store and the way you present everything seems to just align so beautifully with your internal. And that's just really great to see.
Thanks. Yeah. I think you nailed it. Pretty much, I'm like, home, duplicate, here, cool, share it. Everyone, come to my house for a potluck. Oh wait, never mind your hair, but cool. Come and eat and hang out.
Come join the hair potluck.
Yeah, come in. So pretty much, it's like that. We want to invite people into our homes, and I think all of our staff feel like it's our homes, and we get along really well. We just sit here and snack all day, and then we're like, oh yeah, we're at work. We have to go work now.
That's ideal.
Yeah,
that's ideal.
It's really fun.
How successful has it been running a salon in Terrace? Because it sounds like you had some hesitations in opening it, and it's a big risk to open a business at any point.
I was literally, I was freaking out. My husband, he'd come home and I'd be in the greenhouse drinking wine, crying, and I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, you're gonna be fine. You're being dramatic, and he was right. I was, and it is fine, and it's amazing. Actually, I feel like Terrace, if you want to open a business, it is the best town because people are so supportive here, and they're so excited. They just want cool stuff, and honestly, we could have 3 to 4 more salons in this town. We are booked forever, and we need more stylists always because there's an endless amount of people who need their hair done. And I don't know, there's a decent amount of salons, but I feel like we could definitely have more. So I was really scared because of that, but it's the opposite has happened. Everyone has been so supportive and amazing, and just really excited for new cool things. I mean, we're 10 years old, but I don't know. Still seems new sometimes.
Still seems shiny and new.
Feels like yesterday, so.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, how many months in advance are you booked? Like, if I wanted to book today, how soon could I book?
With me or
with any of the stylists in Butter?
I feel like oh man, Mallory, where are you? She would know this answer better than me.
She said months and months and months and months.
Yeah, I think like
booking for the fall, I think
our most junior, it would be probably 3 to 4 months, and our most senior would be 8 months. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's a great problem to have, but you also feel so bad because you're like, I'm sorry. But also, a lot of the people that have been here for the 10 years that we've been open have also been doing hair for like 10, 15 years plus. So the clients they've seen for that long, and those clients are like never leaving. It's like a mutual relationship. It's just so lovely. So I think that's part of it. And it's a small town, so you develop those relationships really quick. But yeah.
It's lovely to hear how much support you're garnering from the community and that they're so wholeheartedly behind your business.
Seems like that. Yeah, they're really, really, I think they're behind every business, honestly. They're just so pumped.
That's
like,
so
it's
good.
so cool. Like, any business opens and everyone's stoked. They're just like, what's happening? What's that? Anyway, small town vibes, right? You're like, that's different. There's paper over that window. What's happening there? And then she's
Sorry,
okay.
Sweetie.
She's just excited.
Yeah, we actually ran into 2 of your clients at the Fairly earlier this week. We ran into you, and they were just like, oh, thank God you're talking to Drea. She is just the absolute best. Like, they could not stop, like, just gushing about you. They had so many good things to say. One of them was like, oh, I'm so jealous of the other woman because the other woman had an appointment with you this week.
I saw her yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say names, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ann Hill. She's the best. Man, yeah, they were pumping my tires. I don't react well to that, if you didn't notice. I'm just like, what? What? So, yeah, they're lovely. Honestly, I feel like Terrace in a nutshell, the vibes. Right, Bella?
What are you saying, Bella? Are you saying it's been 30 minutes? Yeah. Lucy's also saying it's been 30 minutes. Yeah. So Bella's spot on with her timing.
I just talk and talk. Yeah, Bella.
But you say all the things we wanted to hear.
Oh, good.
So thank you for coming and talking. Well,
thank you
having us in your space.
No, I love it. This is amazing. Been amazing. Thank you for having me.
Oh, honestly, our pleasure. I've been loving hearing you talk about hair and sustainability and how you run your salon in such a cool way. Like, you honestly have me wanting to get my hair done here and work for you. Like,
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
yeah, it's really lovely to hear. So thank you.
No, that's wicked. Thank you so much. And I appreciate the time and yeah,
Oh,
really cool.
our pleasure for sure. And thanks for watching, everybody. It's been today's episode of Dusty Tracks BC. Have a good night.